Well, welcome from inside the Sobrato Center on the University of San Francisco campus. This is the USF Invitational here today as the Dons volleyball team opens up their home season. The USF women have played some matches on the road, some neutral court and a true road match last weekend on the road at Denver. And they come into the contest here today off to an early 1-2 start, take on a Riverside team that is at 2-1. This is already the second match here today, but it's going to be a busy day here at the USF Invitational. Earlier this morning, it was Purdue-Fort Wayne against Nevada, and Nevada prevailed in 3 sets, 25-21, 27-25, and then 25-15 that final. USF guided by third-year head man Frank Lavrisha. Of course, when he came on board 3 years ago, the cupboard was fairly bare here on the Hilltop. He's done a great job of, transitioning the roster, and this is the year that I think a lot of folks expect that the USF women's volleyball team is going to make great strides as they come off a 3-28 season from a year ago. Meanwhile, this opponent, the Riverside Highlanders, they won 9 matches a year ago. So we'll get underway, and the opening serve, you can see USF on the right side of your monitor in their home white jerseys with the green numbers. Play at the net, Zinger there for the Dons. And now an over the shoulder dig and a set. Softly poked over, and now the Highlanders set things up. Attack and kill try, but played nicely by USF, and then a miss hit there at the end by Sophie Sydenham. So it's 1-0 Highlanders. It's a best 3 of 5 format. First and fastest team to win 3 sets wins the match. And a serve into the net delivered for Riverside by Ashley Dittman. Dittman, a freshman and outside hitter. So that evens us up. Dons 1, Highlanders 1. Each of the first 4 sets, you played at 25 points. Got to win a set by at least 2. And if we get to a 5th set, that one goes just to 15 points. But we're a long way from there. Just underway in set number 1. Here's Zinger attacking at the net. And a set for Riverside. Ashman, and a nice block at the net sent back there by Vargas Deason, a junior from Anaheim. Point to Riverside. Back to serve for the Highlanders is Tara Eaton, a senior from Rancho Santa Margarita. Zinger at the net, sent back, but Dallavecchia there, and then across for the Dons, and that finds an empty spot, and it's even at 2-2. Pat Olson with you on a Friday. A rare midday contest here on the Hilltop. But that's because there's a lot of action here today. The USF Invitational. The 1-2 Dons against the 2-1 Highlanders. Back to serve for USF, the 5'8" sophomore, Ali Wada. This one is going to be chased down by Dallavecchia across from Garcia. Highlanders can set things up. Nice dig, Garcia. At the net, Sydenham, attack kill as that snuck its way past Ushikova. Yulia Ushikova, a junior out of San Diego. A middle blocker, 3-2 Dons, serve lengthy. Point to the Highlanders. We're tied up at 3-3. Dons will be in action tonight. We're going to hear from USF head coach Frank Lavrisha between the second and third set. Pre-game sit down as Ashman goes on the attack and kill. Nicely done by Ashman, now a senior, middle blocker from Cyprus. But we'll hear from Frank Lavrisha, and we'll ask him specifically at one point, how he plays this first match out, given that this USF volleyball team will be back out here again tonight at 7 p.m. Back to his serve is Camille Araujo, a senior from Long Beach, and nearly an ace and kept alive by the Highlanders. A set to Ashman, attack, kill. No chance at all for Bacciawati. Victoria Bacciawati, a junior out of LA, but she had trouble trying to make that dig. 5-3 Dons. Over the shoulder dig made by Eaton. Attack, Ashman at the net, back to the Highlanders side. Again an attack, and this time it's a kill for Dittman. 5-4 USF the lead. First home match of the year for the Dons. They'll be playing 3 matches at home here this weekend. 2 today, and then 1 more again here tomorrow afternoon. It's a set from Wada, but the attack is dug out nicely by Bacciawati. Now Ashman at the net, rejected by Ushakova, and it's the point to Riverside. 6-5 now with the Highlanders eking in front. So they've run off 3 unanswered points here under 7th-year head coach Michelle Patton-Coleman. Araujo the dig, the set to Garcia, attack, kill. Garcia early the attack leader for USF with regards to successful kills. 26 kills coming into this match. Back to serve the senior Ashman, way long, and it's 6-6. By the way, they corrected 1 point on the board, so we're correct now what you see up there. At one point I think I gave a misread, but they did make the correction here at the Sobrato Center. 6-6 even in set number 1, best 3 of 5. Garcia attack and kill. 7-6 USF. And back to serve for the Dons. Here's one of the new players, a junior from Columbia. Valaria Gambino. Attack by Dittman and kill. 7-7 even again. Very closely played here in this opening set. Teams kind of feeling each other out. Back to serve Morgan Klein, a setter from Yakima up in the state of Washington from Eisenhower High School. Soft serve easily handled by Zinger. Garcia on the attack. And now the Highlanders send it back over to the Dons, and Araujo is there. Here's an attack and a kill. Successful for Katie Wagstaff. Wagstaff, a sophomore now from Grant High School up in Portland, Oregon. 8-7 Dons. Garcia will serve for USF. Garcia's season a year ago hampered a bit by injury. And there's an ace as Dittman can't handle. 9-7 USF. Nearly another ace. And now at the net, Sydenham. Here come the Highlanders. Nice block. It was a double block, really. Help from Katie Wagstaff and also Zinger there. 10-7 USF. Here's an attack. With the dig from USF, Garcia, attack, kill, a rocket. And it's 11-7 Dons. Timeout, Riverside. Breaking the action from inside the Sobrato Center. We're in the opening set, Dons 11. And the Highlanders 7. Pat Olson with you on the W.TV. Pat Olson with you from inside the Sobrato Center. Some early numbers from this match. Attack percentages here in this opening set. USF 28%. Riverside at 8.5%. USF led by Garcia with 3 kills. Dittman has a couple of kills for the Highlanders. Here come the Highlanders at the net, dug out by Dalla Vecchia. And then on the attack goes Zinger, the lefty. And now here come the Highlanders again right at the net. Nice dig for the Highlanders in Eaton. Attack, kill made. Successful kill there by Van Landingham, a junior from Alpine. And it's the Dons 11 and the Highlanders 8. So that ends the run that USF had put up following the timeout by Riverside. Riverside serving. At the net, Zinger, that's an attack kill. Make it 12-8 Dons. So back to serve for USF is Anna Dalla Vecchia. Riverside attack, long. Just hit a little bit strong that time by Vargas, check it, I'm sorry, I think I misread a couple of times. That's Osuji. Osuji, a freshman from Dallas. She delivered it just a little bit lengthy. She's now over on the Highlanders bench talking to one of the coaches over there, one of the assistant coaches. 13-8, USF out to a 5-point advantage. Zinger attack kill, and now it's the Dons up half a dozen at 14-8. This one goes wide. Point Riverside, 14-9. Back to serve for the Rhode Highlanders is Tara Eaton. Dalla Vecchia the dig for USF, Ashman the attack, and a wonderful dig there by Morgan Klein. But Kate Ashman then finishes it off for USF, and the Dons have gone up 15-9. In for USF is Gambino, the outside hitter from Columbia. Wada serving at the net. Kind of swept over that time by Fresenius. Fresenius a little bit stronger hit here at the net. Sydenham with a little touch hit, but Riverside to the task. Wada, the setup for Gambino, attack kill. Well, you can see that Gambino is going to bring an awful lot to the table for this USF team, and another timeout taken by Riverside. Break in the action. We're in the opening set on the Hilltop. It's the USF Invitational. Don 16 and Riverside 9 right here on the W.TV. Well, there you see the score here in our opening set. Don's up 7. USF serving. Wada delivers, kind of awkwardly handled, but Fresenius keeps it alive, and then the hit is going to be touched at the net. A glance. I believe it went off of Gambino. That's a point for Riverside. 16-10. USF out in front. Back to serve now for Riverside is Bachawati. Gambino attack. Nice dig by Eaton. And then pushed over by Dittman. Gambino for USF. Set up by the Highlanders. Nice attack. Officials, very delayed call, and finally they give the point to Riverside, and Fresenius with the kill. Fresenius, a junior from down in Southern California. Gambino attack. Ball at the net. Gambino there, and she sends it back. And it's the Dons to edge out now to a 17-11 advantage here in the first set. Look at a replay, and you can see Gambino got a lot of athleticism at the net, and there she finished it off with the putback. Nicely done by the junior from Columbia. A transfer from Miami-Dade College. Araujo the serve for USF. And here's Gambino, a little bit awkward, so this will give Riverside a chance to set something up. And it's blocked by Ashman, but it's a net violation. And the point to Riverside. Fresenius will get credit for the kill. 17-12, USF the lead. Fresenius serving for the Highlanders. And that's long. 18-12 Dons. And this one also carries lengthy. Point Dons. 19-12. So USF starting to have a little momentum here in this set number 1. We're getting later in the set now. Of course, this was where USF has had issues really the last couple of years. Younger team under Frank Lavricia, and that was to close out sets when they get in this position. And there's a serve into the net from Ashman, now 19-13. Ushakova with the serve. Here comes Gambino. Wonderful dig by Bachawati. And then the attack and kill by Dittman. That play happens because of Bachawati. She really got down to her knees to dig out that rocket from Gambino. (19-14) USF in front. Riverside has run off a couple unanswered points. Wagstaff at the net, and that's a net violation. Point Dons. 20-14. USF here late in our opening set. Attack wide. So Fresenius missed your mark, and it's 21-14. USF hoping to close in on a 1-0 match advantage here. Back to serve is Gambino. Set up to Dittman, and the attack and a kill. She found the right spot to Dittman. 21-15, side out to Riverside. Sub move for Riverside, Bachawati out, and Van Landingham into the contest. Morgan Klein serving for Riverside. Dallavecchia. Garcia attack. Nice dig, Eaton. A quick dump across there by Scarlett. And then point Riverside. (21-16). Serve Riverside. That just gets over the net. Here comes Zinger, attack kill. 22-16 Dons. Garcia serving for USF. Don's 3 points away from getting out to a 1-0 lead here at home. Nice serve, good dig, and then an attack at the net, and somehow the Dons for a moment kept it alive, but not long. That was Scarlett. Isabella Scarlett, a freshman from Portland. 22-17. Dittman serving for Riverside. Dallavecchia the dig, the set to Zinger, attack. And a reset by Riverside. Now Zinger high up in the air. Pushed over by Garcia. Ball at the net. Going to be a challenge there. And it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Sydenham, and a point to Riverside. And here come the Highlanders. Now it's 22-18. That one gets the net, and it's a point to Riverside, and now 22-19. Well, Frank Lavrisha taking a walk out. I thought maybe he'd get a timeout, but not quite yet. Hate to let this one get away. That's out, and 23-19 Dons. Dallavecchia is serving for USF. Punched over. Dittman the dig, and Fresenius with the kill. 23-20. So Riverside hanging in there late in this opening set. From inside War Memorial at the Sobrato Center. That's handled by Ashman. Ashman on the attack. Ashman kill. And now the Dons are at set point, 24-20. It'll be Ali Wada to serve for USF. Gambino back in as well for the Dons. He'll join the front line. Here's Wada to try and finish things off for the Dons in this opening set. And the Dons watch that land in no man's land. And it's 24-21. Back to serve is Bachawati now for Riverside. Dig by Dallavecchia. Here's Gambino on the attack. Nice dig, and then at the net, it goes the way of Morgan Klein. And now 24-22. And you got to win a set by at least 2 points, and it's been trimmed to 2 now. Dig Garcia, set to Sydenham. Kept alive by the Highlanders. At the net, sent over, and that's a point to Riverside. 24-23. Timeout, Frank Lavrisha. So he has seen enough here, as this one's gotten a little bit hairy now. Raking the action. Dons up 1 late in set 1 on the W.TV. Well, you can see it's tightened up here, 24-23 in game one. Don's trying to hold on and get out of this first setup 1-0, and it's really tightened up now. Don's had a little bit of a spread, got to win a set by a couple. Let's see what the Dons have in mind. Bacciawati serving. Ahead at the net, Ashman, point. And no, they're going to say that Ashman went up and over the net, a net violation. And so instead of the Dons winning the set, it's suddenly 24-24. And now we have an officials review discussion here of that last point right at the net. Interesting to see if the officials make any kind of different determination. Our crew today, Stacy DeWitt, Brian Brink, Stephen Allen, and Spencer Brink. And discussion at the scorers table from the down ref. So there's a new rule this year in the NCAA, a replay rule now that has made its way into volleyball. Seems like it's influencing all the sports, allows the coaches to do a replay challenge. And so the officials now have to look at the monitor. I think of our basketball color analyst, Jim Bravelli, who's not a fan of the monitor replays, but, you know, I guess, you know, Jim's contention, and I agree with him, is it always takes too long. This was a pretty quick ruling in favor of Riverside. So all the momentum now with the Highlanders. To a knee, Dallavecchia. Gambino attack. Nice dig. Here come the Highlanders. Wada there. Who's going to come on the attack? It's Sydenham, but it's an easy poke over. Quick dump. Wada there. Dallavecchia, Gambino, back and forth we go. And then finally the open spot found at the last moment by Fresenius. And now after USF sitting at set point for an awful long time, it's now set point Riverside. Timeout Frank Lavricia, breaking the action. 25-24 Highlanders all of a sudden on the W.TV. Well, here's your situation. The USF Dons desperately need a point here to extend this opening set. It seemed like the Dons kind of had a handle on the opening set. They sat on match point for a few serves. But now it's Riverside I said match point, set point. Here's Garcia to a knee. Gambino attack and kill. And it's 25-25. So now the momentum may be shifting a little bit back over to USF. This one is barely across the net over to Garcia. Here comes Gambino, nice rocket, but dug out somehow by the Highlanders. Sent across by Dittman. The set for Ashman attack, right back to USF. This time Gambino Highlanders send it high up in the air. Dittman attack, kill. And now again, Riverside is at set point. (26-25) Highlanders. Renata Bathin, a sophomore from Brazil, serving right now for Riverside. Dallavecchia diving dig, Garcia attack, kill. 26-26. Nice block, but handled by the Highlanders. This time they call a net violation, point Riverside, 27-26. Again, set point for Riverside. Araujo the dig, Garcia attack, kill. 27-27, we play on. And again, as a reminder, one of these two teams needs a 2-point advantage before we will settle this opening game. Back to serve the Colombian Gambino. High arcing serve at the net, Dittman. Dons keep it alive. Here's Garcia attack, kill. And now USF at set point, 28-27. There's a point for Riverside, 28-28. Back to serve, Morgan Klein. We're even once again. Garcia attack, nicely done at the net by Riverside. Now Garcia attack, kill. And they've called that point for Riverside, but I believe it was touched by one of the Highlanders. I guess it was not. 29-28 Riverside, set point. Wada the set to Garcia, attack, kill. And again we even up, 29-29. Who will win this marathon opening game? Back to serve, Garcia. Into the net. 30-29 Riverside. That serve is long, so back-to-back serving errors, one from each side. 30-30. It's the opening set that will never end here today. Fans attending and certainly getting their money's worth here. This has been exciting. 30-30. Dallavecchia. And the attack and kill for Fresenius. And again, it's Riverside's turn to sit on set point. 31-30. Tara Eaton, the senior, to serve. Wada at the net for Ashman. And they're going to call a net violation. Point Riverside, game Riverside. So sort of an anticlimactic in there on a net violation. And Riverside has won the opening set 32-30. So the Dons unable to close it out when they seem to be in the driver's seat, and Riverside takes the early advantage. Break in the action. Riverside out 1-0 from the Sobrato Center. Pat Olson with you on the W.TV. Well, Pat Olson with you as we move on now to our second set here today in this best 3-of-5 format. The Dons on the short side of a very entertaining opening game, 32-30 to Riverside. It featured 13 ties, 4 lead changes. Back and forth we went. The Dons serving percentage 28.5%, or the attack percentage 28.5%. Riverside at 33%. Individual leaders, Fresenius 7 kills for Riverside. Dittman had 6. On the Don side, Katia Garcia with 7 kills, and Kate Ashman contributed 4. From an assist standpoint, 14 assists for Morgan Klein for Riverside. For USF, Ali Wada with 10 assists. And one of the newcomers, Grace Talpash, added 6 assists for USF. And we're going to get now ready for our second game here in this best 3 of 5. The second overall match of the day. Opening match went to Nevada over Purdue Fort Wayne. A straight set sweep, 25-21, 27-25, and 25-15. Nevada an attack percentage of 28% to win it. By the way, a little break here. They've not gotten the third game underway. Chance for us to talk about some of the other programs on the hilltop. The women's soccer team off to a good start. They lost their opening match, but then they have reeled off 4 consecutive victories. Jim Millender's team now 4-1. Samantha Jennings has paced the women early on with 4 goals through 5 contests. The Dons host Stanford 5 o'clock at Negoesco Stadium on Sunday as they look to make it 5 in a row. And that's a pancake dig for Garcia as now game 2 is underway. Block at the net, and it's a point for the Dons. USF now on the left side of your monitor in the white jerseys with the green numerals. Look at a replay. Dons in front 1-0. Serving is Garcia. Into the net, 1-1. This is at the net and put down nicely by Ushakova. He's a redshirt junior out of San Diego. Two to 1, Riverside. There's a set to Sydenham, attack and kill. Nicely done by Grace Talpash. Dons 2, Highlanders 2, early in game 2. Stay with us between games 2 and 3. We'll have our Frank Lavrisha interview. Talk about some of the new players on the roster. Here at the net is Ushakova. One of the players already that I could see is going to be a big contributor for the Dons is Gambino, the junior college transfer from Columbia originally. Dons are also expecting good things from setter Grace Talpash, a freshman from Temecula. Here's a set for Riverside. Garcia digs it out at the net. Sydenham rejected back, and then Garcia keeping it alive for USF. And now point Riverside and a double hit. Four to 2. Riverside in front in game 2. The Highlanders won the opening set. It was a marathon, 32-30. Here's Ashman, but kept alive by the Highlanders and then mishit by Klein. And it's 4-3 Riverside. Ooh, that's a rocket, and Dallavecchia cannot get to it. There comes Gambino, attack, kill. 5-4 Riverside. Reckless glances across the net. Dittman. Now Eaton for a reset. And attack, kill. 6-4 Riverside. Araujo, the dig for USF. Garcia attack, and then sent back on a block by Riverside. 7-4 Riverside. Highlanders, members of the Big West Conference, under head coach Michelle Patton Coleman. Dons guided by third-year head man Frank Lavricia. That's a serve error. Dons, of course, members of the West Coast Conference. Lavricia trying to turn around this USF volleyball program. And of course, great success at the Division II level. Here's an attack. Nice dig, USF. Fresenius. And now an attack and long. Point Dons. Hit long there by Isabella Scarlett. 7-6 Riverside. See that nice dig right there as we look at the replay. Now back to live action. Wada one-hand dig. Garcia with an underhand hit across, and then finding the open spot of the Highlanders. 8-6 Riverside. That serve goes long. Dons are 1-2. They opened up losing a 4-set match and a true roadie at Denver last Friday, 3-1. Played 2 games on Saturday, 2 full matches. Fell 3-1 against Seattle in the morning. And then in the afternoon in Denver, came back to sweep Southern Mississippi in 3 sets. Right at the net. And it's point Riverside. Dons play again later this evening. Poster giveaway night, USF against Purdue Fort Wayne. 7 o'clock. Hope you can be here in person this evening, but if you're unable to attend, we'll be with you right here on the W.TV. 9-7 Riverside. That's into the net. 9-8 Riverside. Sydenham in now. Garcia, nice serve. Good dig by Eaton. At the net. And now Fresenius across to the Don side, and Garcia. Sydenham attack. Kept alive by the Highlanders. Fresenius softly over to Dallavecchia. Now we have action at the net. And this going to go out off the Dons. Point Riverside. 10-8 Riverside. The Highlanders 2-1 so far. Played in a tournament in Illinois last weekend. 2 matches Friday, 1 Saturday. Opened up with consecutive wins on Friday over Southern Illinois University. And then that's Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville. Not the normal Salukis of Southern Illinois that I think a lot of people may know from the NCAA basketball tournament. Farley Dickinson on Friday, a 3-1 victory, and then fell shy against Northern Illinois in a 5-setter, 3-2 on Saturday. A lot of tournaments this time of the year. Chance for teams to get a lot of matches in a given weekend. This is Sydenham. Point Dons. 11-9. Back to serve is Dallavecchia, the junior from Italy. Attack kill there for Ushakova. 12-9 Riverside. Back to serve, Victoria Bacciawati. Diving dig Dalla Vecchia. Ashman attack kill. Ashman at the net. Point Dons. So USF has run off a couple in a row. Attack, dig Garcia. Wada over to Sydenham. Now the Highlanders will get things set up for Senius. And then Wada to Ashman, attack wide. Point Riverside, 13-11. The Highlanders with the advantage. Back to serve for Senius. Good serve, nice dig, Dalla Vecchia. Ashman at the net, attack kill. And that serve went wide. I apologize. I thought it was in. It was out. So it's point Riverside. And that's a swing. Instead of being 13-12, it's 14-11. 3-point advantage for the Highlanders. Dalla Vecchia the dig. Wada over to Gambino. Highlanders respond. Dittman on the attack. And point Highlanders finished off there by Morgan Klein. And timeout, Frank Lavricia. Breaking the action, you can see Riverside has extended out to a 4-point advantage. Just a little bit beyond the midway point of set number 2. Riverside leads the match 1-0. Pat Olson with you on the W.TV. Well, there's your situation. We're in game 2 with Riverside up 15-11 and serving. It's Fresenius. Don's on the hardwood here with Gambino, Ashman, Sydenham, Wada, Dalla Vecchia, and Garcia. The Fresenius serve, the dig Dalla Vecchia. Wada sets up Sydenham on the attack, and then right back to Ashman and finished off by the Dons. Gambino and Ashman collided a bit there at the net. Looks like they're both okay. And it's 15-12. Side out to the Dons. Fresenius ahead to Klein, and then the attack and kill by Ushakova. Riverside up 16-12. We were about at the reverse of this in game one with the Dons up 4 or 5 points, approaching the latter part of set number one, but Riverside bounced back. So USF hoping to hand back that favor here in game two. Garcia attack. Dig on the other side there by Bachawati. Wada with the send across. Dig Arujo. A set to Gambino and blocked at the net. Nicely done by Dittman. 17-12 Riverside. Ashman on the attack. Garcia attack kill. That's out. Here comes Gambino. Nicely done by the Highlanders to stay alive in this fight. And then this is long. Point Riverside. Garcia dig. Wada. Garcia attack. Garcia kill. 19-14. Back to serve is Gambino. Attack. And that's a net issue for Riverside. Point Dons now 19-15. Well, USF has run off a couple unanswered. Trying to fight back here in game two. Gambino again the serve. Fresenius. At the net, Dittman. Garcia able to keep it alive. Nicely done. At the net, attack and kill for Isabella Scarlett. 20-15, Riverside. Riverside leading 1-0, trying to take a commanding 2-0 lead. And a timeout has been called by Frank Lavrisha. Breaking the action from the hilltop. Riverside up 20-15 in game two from the W.TV. All right, back to live action here on the Hilltop. Riverside trying to finish off game 2. Don's trying to hang in there. Garcia a punch across. And now Riverside does likewise. Araujo to the net, and that's a double hit. On the double contact point, Riverside 21-15. Frank Lavrisha does not have a timeout left now here in this second game. Araujo, the set to Garcia. And now punched across by Scarlett. Attack Garcia. Don's down 5. Late game 2. Serving Garcia. You can see Riverside leads the match. 1-0. A block for Sydenham that goes out. So it's point Riverside. 22-16. A reminder, stay with us between games 2 and 3. We'll cue very quickly to our pregame sit down with USF head coach Frank Lavrisha. That coming up following this second game. Back to serve, Terry Eaton. Sydenham on the attack. That's sent long. 22-17 Riverside. And now Riverside just a couple of points away, 23-17 Highlanders. Trying to get out to what would be a commanding 2-0 lead in this match. Wada at the net, Sydenham attack. And then that's going to be a net violation against the Highlanders, 23-18. Dons need to make a little run here late, much like the Highlanders did back in the opening set. Wada serve. Attack, kill. Nicely done by Ushakova. And now Riverside is at set point. Trying to take a 2-0 lead. Fresenius, the serve. At the net, Wada sets up Sydenham, attack, kill. 24-19. Camille Araujo on to serve for USF. Araujo serve. That's long on the response from Fresenius. 24-20. Can USF pull off what Riverside did in game 1? Araujo serving, set point, Riverside. Fresenius. And this is going to get barely over to Garcia. A set to Garcia, attack, kill. 24-21. And now you're going to get a timeout from Riverside. So the head coach, Michelle Patton-Coleman, in your number 7 stopping play, breaking the action. We're late in game 2 on the W.TV. Well, there's your situation. Riverside a point away from going up 2-0. Back to serve Araujo. Dons also have Ashman, Garcia, Gambino, Wada, and Dallavecchia. Front line of Ushakova, Dittman, and Klein for the Highlanders, joined by Fresenius, Eaton, and Bacciawati. Klein at the net. Ushakova. Now Garcia on the attack. Nice dig. Well done by the Highlanders, and then that is going to be kept alive as well. Here comes Dittman, attack, kill. And the Highlanders have gone up 2-0. We go between games 2 and 3. We'll have our visit now with USF head coach Frank Lavricia. That's coming up now here on the W.TV. Well, folks, it's that time of the year again. Pat Olson with you from inside the Sobrato Center as we're underway with the volleyball season. The Dons hosting the USF Invitational here this weekend as we're joined by now third-year head coach Frank Lavricia. Frank, your team comes in 1-2. You had a chance to see your squad play 3 matches in Denver last weekend. So tell us how you felt the team played there and kind of where your progress is at this point in the season.
We finished on a good note and really kind of put some things together against Southern Mississippi, our last match. Maybe the tipping point was the Seattle match, and maybe didn't close out when we could have, and then a lesson learned from that, and now we move on. Ball control was really good, and now we just have to hone in a little bit on our scoring and defense to give us a chance to win, and by keeping the other team at bay and collecting a few more points along the way from our end. You
know, you talk about closing out, and that's something we've discussed with you really the last couple of years. You've had matches where, you know, partway through a set, it'll be, you know, up 16-11 or 15-11, and suddenly you get to the end of the set, and the news maybe is not quite as good. Would you expect that this year, team may be a little more mature, that you're going to be able to close out sets more frequently? I'm sure that's the hope, right?
Right, yeah, and having a little bit of a more mature roster will allow us to do that. And then there's always a process, and so we're going through that process and identifying, hey, who's gonna be our go-to, and we feel like Katja Garcia can do a lot of that for us, and she had a little stint with the Mexican national team and brought a lot of that maturity from that high-level competition to our squad come August. So we're looking for Katja to kind of step up, and then the other player that's going to anchor us and already has is Anna Dallavecchia, our libero, and she passed amazingly in the tournament, like off the charts well. So I think from those two, and then getting our setters to kind of get in the flow of things and knowing who to set when, you know, and that'll get better and better each weekend that we compete.
You know, you've alluded already to a couple players on the roster. Obviously, new year, there's always some new additions. So tell us about some of the new key players, names that we're going to start to become familiar with today here at your own tournament.
Yeah, so Grace Talpash is one of the new setters, and she's doing a nice job. Coming over a little bit of a tweak with her shoulder last weekend. She had to sit out the last match, but she's ready to go today. And it'll be one of those spark plug kind of players for us. Valaria Gambino, she's from Columbia and a junior college transfer. She's still kind of finding her legs under her and familiarity and confidence. But as she goes along, she's going to be, because physically she's really good, she's going to be a force for us. And then right now, Ursula Staka, who's a freshman middle from Croatia, she's still nursing a tweaked ankle, so she's coming back from that, but she's shown some brilliance early on before that ankle injury.
Frank, you've got UC Riverside, both teams on the floor going through, you know, pre-match warm-ups. Give us the scouting report about what you expect to see from this Riverside team, the challenges they may present here in this match.
Yeah, they're like us, maybe a little bit more mature, more juniors in general with their squad, libero, setter, a lot of their key players. They have a couple of freshman outside hitters, so we'll see what kind of load they can carry. both with hitting and with passing. But we figure we're gonna see a really consistent team, and so they'll challenge us in terms of the consistency throughout the whole match. So we feel like we have some edges, and hopefully we can take advantage of that throughout especially the first couple of sets.
Final comment from you, Coach. You play again tonight. You turn back around at 7 o'clock. Will that kind of, factor in? Will that lurk in the back of your mind when you think about keeping the gals off their legs? Will you sub maybe more frequently than you might if this was just a one-match day, as an example?
Yeah, to a certain extent. We're running a 6-2, so we're subbing with our setters and some hitters in the front row. So we're a little bit limited as to how many subs, how many moves we have, but just that will disperse the energy among more players, so it should help us get through this day.
All right, Coach, best of luck. Go get him. Nice to be on the home floor. Your first home match of the year. Best of luck against UC Riverside.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we're excited to be here.
Yep, excited to get the home volleyball campaign underway. We'll continue along with more Don's volleyball action. I'm Pat Olson right here on the W.TV. Live action. We thank Frank Lavrisha, who we sat down with prior to the contest, and Frank's team in a little bit of a hole now as we move on to game 3. It's a 2-0 lead for Riverside here from inside the Sobrato Center. So now the Dons, as you can see on the right side of your monitor, again in their home whites, green numbers, black shorts. Riverside on the left side of your screen in the traveling black uniforms, white numbers, blue shorts. You can see there back to serve for Riverside is Renata Bath, a sophomore from Brazil, and we're underway in game 3. Wada, the set at the net for Garcia, attack, and that's going to be a violation against USF and a point to Riverside. One 1-0 Highlanders in game 3 from the hilltop. Softball serve, Dallavecchia the dig over to Garcia, attack. And now here come the Highlanders. That's hit too long by Van Landingham. And it's 1-1. Nice diving dig. Scarlett at the net. Now Cambindo. Nice dig, Wada. The set high up in the air to Zinger. Attack. Long. Point, Riverside. That serve, point to USF. Nicely done by Riverside. Three-2 Highlanders. Make it 4-2 Highlanders. Ashman. Now Zinger on the attack. Highlanders over to USF. And There's the USF point, attack and kill. And that's going to be an ace. A great serve by Kayla for USF. Check, I'm sorry, for Mona To'o. I should say To'o. Back to serve is To'o. To'o delivers. 4-4, we're even. Early game 3, Fresenius out, and it's 5-4 Dons. To'o from Hawaii. Here's Fresenius, and again wide, and it's 6-4 Dons. Well, the one thing you don't want if you're Riverside, and this probably goes without saying, but when you get into a situation, especially when you're on the road and you have a chance to take care of a 3-set sweep, you want to get it done in 3. Because if you give the home team a sense they can start to get back into a match, you suddenly have your hands full. And USF has taken a bit of an early edge here in game 3. Gambino, now Fresenius, knocked around by Ashman. Klein trying to knock it over, and that's off the net, and it's 7-4 Dons. So USF trying to get back into this match. Down 2-0. Serve long. And it's 7-5. Side out to Riverside. Dons play again tonight at 7 p.m. against Purdue Fort Wayne. And then tomorrow it's an earlier 3 p.m. start against the Nevada Wolfpack. Gambino on the attack. Klein sets up Dittman long. 8-5 USF. Updated numbers through 2 sets here today. USF kill percentage 21%. Riverside 27%. Dons led by Garcia, 11 kills. Dittman and Fresenius each 8 kills for the Highlanders. That's going to go out. Attack and kill for the Highlanders. 8-6. Way long. 9-6. Aaron Fujitani in for USF, another player from Hawaii, 5'1" junior. Her first action today. At the net, Dittman, over the shoulder dig, Arujo, Garcia attack kill. 10-6 Dons. Timeout Riverside. Break in the action from the hilltop. We're in game 3. Riverside leads the match 2-0 on the W.TV. All right, the Dons have gone up by 4 here in game 3. Fujitani continues to serve. Klein at the net, over to Dittman, attack, kill. Dittman with her 9th kill. Easy handle for USF. Garcia, attack, kill. Garcia's 13th kill. Wada serving, long, 11-8. That's going to go wide. And Riverside closing the gap here now, 11-9. Wada sets up Garcia, attack, kill. Garcia, her 14th kill of the afternoon. 12-9. High up in the air. Fresenius right near us. Fresenius finding the hole, but Gambino diving there. And now a rocket from Zinger. 13-9 Dons. Zinger with her 5th kill today. Back to serve Garcia. Nice serve. Tough action on that ball. Van Landingham, though, finds the slot, and it's point Highlanders. 13-10. About midway through now, game number 3. Hit across by Wagstaff. That goes long. Point Dons, 14-10 USF. Kate Ashman on for USF. Joining Zinger and Gambino on the front line for the Dons. Back to serve Dalla Vecchia. Fresenius. Zinger on the attack, and a nice block by Fresenius. Serving Bacciawati. Ashman attack. Klein over to Fresenius. She'll attack. Garcia back to the Highlanders side. Nice. Again for USF. This time Gambino. And the ball kept alive. Gambino again. And that's into the net. 15-11 Dons. Well, back in for USF is To'o To'o. Here's Fresenius. To'o To'o. A set ahead to Gambino, across over to the Highlanders. Now Fresenius. Soft punch right through Ashman, and it hits the floor. 15-12 Dons. Fresenius serving for the Highlanders. A blast that's long. 16-12. Camille Araujo to serve for USF. We're in game 3. Don's trying to cut the Riverside deficit. That won't help. That's low and into the net. 16-13. Ushakova now serving for the Highlanders. Here's Dittman, blocked by Ashman, but the Highlanders are there. Dittman again. A set to Garcia. Fresenius back line. Quickly swept over by Klein, and a Highlanders point. 16-14. A quick dump over from Wada, but not fooled. Riverside's ready. Wada, the set to Ashman, attack kill. 17-14 Dons. The Ashman serve. Fresenius the dig. Dittman attack. Garcia attack kill. 18-14. Timeout Riverside breaking the action. We're in the 3rd game here from inside the Sobrato Center. Pat Olson right here on the W.TV. Kate Ashman serving for USF. Dittman attack, sent back by USF. Dittman again, and then the kill. 18-15. Riverside a year ago, 9-19. This year off to a 2-1 start. Klein serving for the Highlanders. Ahead to Garcia. Attack kill for the Dons. 19-15. Garcia now with 16 kills, which leads both sides. Dittman, Ushakova, and Fresenius each with 9 kills for the Highlanders. Dallavecchia over to Zinger. Across to Fresenius. Now at the net, and a point for the Highlanders. Asuji with the point. (19-16) Dons. Game 3. Zinger. And now Garcia attack kill, her 17th kill today. Boy, she's trying single-handedly here almost, trying to will USF to a win in game 3. 20-16. Garcia serving. This is coming right back to USF. Chance for the Dons to set up Gambino. Attack kill. 21-16 Dons. Well, can USF extend this on to a 4th set here this afternoon? Garcia serving. Klein. And that's an attack and kill for Osuji. 21-17, side out to the Highlanders. Highlanders. And that's a net violation against USF. 21-18. Well, this is the area of games in the past where USF has had problems trying to close out a set. That'll help. A serve into the net. 22-18. Dallavecchia to serve for USF. Fresenius on the attack. Garcia dig. Gambino kill. 23-18. Look at a replay. Dallavecchia again. Klein the set. Nicely done by Wada for the moment, but Gambino can't rescue her out. And it's 23-19. Gambino attack kill. And the Dons are at game point. They were at this stage, though, in game one and couldn't finish it off. We're hoping for a different result here in game three. To'o on to serve for USF. Don's a point away from making this pretty interesting. That goes long. 24-20. Fresenius serving for the Highlanders as they try and stay alive here in this third game. Dallavecchia the dig. Here's a set on the attack. Ashman kill. And the Dons have brought us a match here today. So it will not be a Riverside sweep as the Dons get game three, 25-20. And it's now 2-1. So things really tighten up here on the hilltop. Game four is next as we roll on the W.TV. Well, we're on to game four here on the hilltop with the Dons down 2-1. Riverside won the opener 32-30, took game two 25-21. But the Dons bouncing back to win game three 25-20. Attack percentage for the day, USF 25%, Riverside 23%. Individually, Katia Garcia with 17 kills for the Dons. Kate Ashman's added 8. Dittman and Ushakova, each with 10 kills for Riverside. Assist numbers 30 for Van Landingham to lead the Highlanders. The Dons led by Ali Wada with 29 assists, and game 4 is underway, and there's a kill for Emily Zinger. 1-0 Dons in game 4. Zinger with kill number 6 of the day. Wada serving. Over the shoulder dig, Dittman on the attack. Nice dig out by Wada after Scarlett went on the attack, and now point Highlanders. Barely getting the net. Across Garcia, attack. Fresenius, soft touch. At the net, Fresenius finds the open slot. That's her 10th kill. 10 kills each for Dittman, Ushakova, and Fresenius for the Highlanders. They've really spread it equally around. 2-1 Riverside, game 4. Garcia ahead to Wada. Garcia attack kill. 2-2. Fresenius attack kill. Wada, Wagstaff, Fresenius. Klein back to Fresenius, and she mishit it, and she knew it. Point Dons, 3-3 tie. That's a kill for Fresenius. Riverside inching in front, 4-3 game 4. Well, it's pretty simple. If Riverside wins game 4, they win the match. If the Dons can win game 4, we're on to a 5th and final set. Garcia to a knee. Wada ahead to Ashman. Attack kill. 4-4. Diving to a knee. And then an attack and kill. Into the net. 5-5 as we even up again. Well, I mentioned the women's soccer team off to a nice 4-1 start. The men's soccer team under brand new head coach Leonard Griffin, still in search of its first win of the year. They played just a couple of matches, 0-2. Griffin, after assistant coach stops at Cal, UCLA, Portland, now the head coach of the USF men's team. The Dons are on the road this weekend. They'll play Sunday at CSUN. That's a 6 o'clock road game. The next home game for the men's soccer team, Thursday, September 12th, 7 p.m. kickoff against San Jose State over at Negoesco Stadium. Back to our volleyball match, Garcia to the net. Garcia tries again, attack kill. 6-6. It's a must-win game 4 for USF. Dons 1-2, Riverside 2-1. And to serve, Aaron Fujitani. Fujitani lets it go. That's dug out by Dittman and then into the net area. So poorly handled by Riverside, and the Dons edge in front 7-6 here in game 4. Van Landingham, one-hand dig, Araujo. Garcia across to the Highlanders. Dittman. Van Landingham, a rocket kill. 7-7, we're even. Wada, Garcia off balance, couldn't get much on it. Fresenius, and that goes into a tough area, and Dallavecchia cannot get to it. To the net, Garcia, attack, kill. 8-8. So this fourth game is very tight. Dons right now with a front line of Zinger, Wagstaff, and Garcia. Back to serve Wada, also out there, Dallavecchia and Araujo. Scarlett, wide, 9-8. Dons. For Riverside, Klein, Van Landingham, Scarlett, Dittman, Fresenius, and Tara Eaton. Van Landingham, attack and kill, 9-9. So we stay very tight here in this fourth game. Garcia attack kill. And the Dons again inch out to a slim lead, 10-9. Gambino on for USF. Nicely done by Wagstaff, right at the net. 11-9. It's the first bit of separation we've had for a while. I say separation, it's a 2-point difference, but the two teams have really been trading blows here so far in game 4. Garcia serve. Now Wada sets up Gambino. Punched over from Fresenius. Wada to Zinger, attack. Fresenius stays alive with it, and then it's mishandled by Wagstaff on what was not a hard hit ball by Fresenius. 11-10. Dons the lead. Highlanders the serve. Back to serve, Bacciawati. Hit too strong by Bandindo or Cambindo, and we're even now, 11-11. Soft touch by Fresenius at the net, and point Riverside. So the Dons went up 11-9, and now Riverside runs off 3 unanswered points. Deja Dade in for Riverside, a sophomore from Corona. Cambindo, attack, kill. So Cambindo makes it 12-12. Kate Ashman in for USF. It's Ashman, Cambindo, Zinger, Wada, Garcia, and Dallavecchia for the Dons. 12-12 in game 4, midway through game 4 now. Dons trail 2-1. Oshikova sent back by Ashman. A quick dump over, but that's a net issue. Actually, they call double contact on Riverside. Dons will take it, 13-12 USF. There's Wada. Zinger, attack, kill. 14-12. The USF again has gone out to a 2-point lead. They had it a couple of moments ago. And the Highlanders answered with 3 straight points. See how they answer now. That's going to sail way long, and the Dons have gone up 15-12. Timeout Riverside. Win game 4 on the Hilltop. The Highlanders lead the match 2-1, but we're tight now in game 4 on the W.TV. Pat Olson from inside the Sobrato Center here on the Hilltop. Ball at the net, Cambindo. Garcia, a quick toss across. And now a sweep with the left hand from Klein. And it's 15-13. Fresenius to serve for the Rhode Highlanders. Up to the minute stats. Attack percentage, USF 28%. The Highlanders 24%. This is right at the net. Who's going to win the battle? It stays alive. Blocked by Ashman, but again, right there is finally Zinger for the block, but it went out of bounds. Point Riverside. Tough break, 15-14 Dons. Game 4. Cadia Garcia with 21 kills to lead everybody. Fresenius has 15 kills, pacing the Highlanders. And here's a break for the Highlanders. The serve hit the net, glides over, gets USF a bit off balance, and it's 15-15. Frank Lavricia has 2 timeouts here in this game 4. That serve goes long and wide. 16-15 Dons. Fresenius dig. Ashman on the attack. Point Dons. 17-15 USF. To'o to serve. Now, officials are stopping play. They may want to take a look at that. It looks like we may have a video challenge. So a little bit of a break. Chance for us to go through this USF schedule a bit. I mentioned the volleyball team back in action tonight. Second match of the day against Purdue Fort Wayne at 7 p.m. We'll be back with you here on the W.TV. More matches tomorrow in this USF Invitational. And the Dons tomorrow take on Nevada at 3 o'clock. And then a couple of more home matches next weekend. Friday, 6 p.m. against Utah State. Saturday, a week from tomorrow, against Cornell at 5 p.m. And then the Dons will take on Cal State Bakersfield on the road. In fact, the weekend of the 20th and 21st, Bakersfield, Fresno State, and Davis. And then the Dons open up West Coast Conference play with their road trip to LA the 26th and 28th of September. And then the first home West Coast Conference match, the 1st of October, against the Pacific Tigers. So that's how the schedule lays out over the next few weeks for Frank Lavricia's team. Frank in his 3rd year here on the Hilltop. Frank, of course, had a great run at the Division II level. He's got all kinds of awards he racked up as a D2 coach for many, many years in the Denver area, where he coached at Regis from 1986 to 2016. 637 wins at Regis, a winning percentage of .643. Twice he was the NCAA Division II National Coach of the Year. Actually, that was back in 1988. A 2-time AVCA Coach of the Year at D2. In 1994 and 1997, the Northwest Region Coach of the Year. A 6-time Conference Coach of the Year, Frank Lavricia. A 2-time Olympic Festival head coach in 89 and 91. And the call after that long look at a replay will stand. So the Dons continue to hold a 17-15 lead in game 4. Long serve. Point Highlanders. 17-16. Dallavecchia ahead to Wada. Gambino on the attack. Great dig by To'o. Again to To'o. And this time a double contact as it ricochets around. And it's 17-17. Dallavecchia. Wada. Gambino. Attack, kill. Gambino with her 9th kill of the afternoon. 18-17. Dons. We're even again. Klein serving. Araujo digging. Ashman on the attack and kill. Well, it took a couple of tries by Ashman. And the Dons inching in front again at 19-18. Serve long from Ashman. 19-19. Well, if the Dons win this set, we go on to game 5. If the Highlanders win this set, they move to 3-1. Garcia attack. And nicely done by Wagstaff. Fresenius keeps it alive, attack, kill. Riverside 20, USF 19. Back to serve, Ashley Dittman. Timeout, Frank Lavrisha. That leaves him with 1 timeout here in game 4. And game 4 is tight. You can see the score right there on our monitor. Dons down 1 late in game 4 and down 2-1 as we roll on the W.TV. Well, off the timeout, the Dons hit the floor with Garcia, Wagstaff, Wada, Araujo, To'o, and also out there is Dallavecchia. Wada at the net. The set to Garcia, attack, kill. We're even 20-20, and Garcia with her 22nd kill today. Fresenius leads the visitors with 16 kills. Serving is Wada. Zinger back in for USF. Dittman ahead to Fresenius and a rocket kill. the 17th of the day for Fresenius. 21-20 Riverside. Back to serve is Eaton. Each coach, if you're wondering, does have a timeout here in game 4. Araujo ahead to Wada. Garcia attack. Nice dig by Klein at the net. Who's going to win it? Zinger lining up, attacking. Kept alive ahead to Klein. Fresenius over. Kill. Her 18th of the day. And now Riverside has gone in front 22-20. The serve from Eaton. Long, 22-21. USF subbing in with Gambino to join Wagstaff and Zinger as part of the USF front line at the net. A post on the other side. Ushkova, Klein, and Van Landingham. Van Landingham to the net, attack, kill. 23-21. Remember, you got to win a set by 2. And now to serve is Eaton. Garcia dig, Wada, Gambino attack, kill. 23-22. Dallavecchia serving for USF. Must win the set by 2. That's a great block by Gambino. And we're even, 23-23. Timeout, Riverside. So a break in the action from the Sobrato Center as you see that Gambino block for a second time. We got a good one here on the Hilltop on the W.TV. Well, it's an extremely tight game 4. And the match teeters here on what happens in this game. Do we move along to a 5th game? Or does Riverside wrap it up here? Serve, Dallavecchia. Klein to Fresenius. And point down, Zinger. And now USF at set point. And a chance to make this match even at 2-2. Well, we had to go extra points in game 1 all the way to 32-30. Let's see how game 4 winds its way down. Dallavecchia the serve down to Aeneas Dittman. A quick sweep over, Don's not fooled. And then finding the open spot was Gambino, but right there is Fresenius. Wada, the set to Zinger on the attack, kill. And the Dons win game 4. And we're on to game 5. How about that? 25-23. And so game 5 is upon us next here, folks, on the Hilltop on the W.TV as you take a look at the replay. And the kill for Zinger as we continue from the hilltop. Well, it's a thriller here on the hilltop as we get to move on to a fifth game, even 2-2. Riverside won the first couple. Dons won games 3 and 4. Attack percentage for the afternoon, USF 29%, Riverside 25%. Dons led by Garcia with 22 kills, 11 for Ashman, 10 for Gambino. Fresenius 18 kills to pace the Highlanders. Dittman has chipped in 13 kills, 11 for Ushakova. Playmaker numbers, 38 assists today for Ali Wada. And then the other side of the net for the Highlanders, Morgan Klein with 39 assists. So we go on now to game 5, this final fifth game. They only played at 15 points, so it's very important to get out early. Garcia on the attack, long. Point Riverside. So it's 1-0 Highlanders. Frank Lavrisha is going to challenge that call. So we're going to have a video review as Lavrisha thought it was deflected. Garcia really felt as though it was deflected. So the officials go to the monitor. As we look at a replay, it's hard to tell. You have to look at it really in slow motion there, and looking again, we can't get a real good view to see if the ball changed direction at all. But that's the view that the officials will also look at. This is a different angle here. And again, this is new this year to volleyball. It seems like all the sports now, all levels have gone to some kind of a video replay. And while sometimes it can be cumbersome to wait through a video replay, there is that school of thought that if you have the technology, why not make sure that it's the accurate and correct call? You think of basketball, and of course I've been involved with men's basketball here on the Hilltop for many, many years. If you have a clear look at a shot clock, or you can see that a player shooting a three-point shot had a foot on the line, things that make it very clear are what's going to determine whether or not you turn a call. And of course this is pivotal because we're starting game 5. And it's a race to 15 points. The 5th set always quick. And so you want to be the first to get to 5 points, certainly, to create that bit of momentum. Dons will take on Fort Wayne Purdue tonight. Actually, it's Purdue Fort Wayne. The Mastodons. We're just having a conversation along press row about what exactly is a mastodon, because I saw the Mastodons and I took a double take because at first it looked like their jerseys said Mastadors. And I thought, wait a minute, what's a mastodon? I know what a matador is, but it's actually the Mastodons. And it's a, I guess, prehistoric creature that relates to back to the days of the dinosaur, that's a distant relative to the elephant. So the Mastodons will take on the Dons tonight. And our final match of the day, is they're still looking at a replay here. Women's soccer on the Hilltop, 4-1. They've won 4 straight. They go for 5 in a row. Sunday at home against Stanford, 5 p.m. at Negoesco Stadium. The men's soccer team in search of their first win of the year. They're on the road Sunday at CSUN. They're off to an 0-2 start under their brand new head coach, Leonard Griffin. And we still are looking at, and I said it when I saw the replay from our viewpoint. We want to thank our great crew, Wu Win and the gang, Alex Flores, for queuing up that replay back in the booth for us. I know on replay today, Josh Polino, and Josh, thank you for getting those looks, because it was clear that it's not clear, if that makes sense. There was no definitive information that I saw from our replay, thanks to Josh Polino. Want to thank our broadcast crew today while we have time. Our executive producer and director today, the one, the only Wu Win. Our technical switcher, Alex Flores. On replay, I mentioned already, Josh Polino. And our camera folks today, Mika Datu and Ryan Alverson. So thank you to our crew today here from the Hilltop, from inside the Sobrato Center. They're taking an awful long time with this replay. And again, it's really because, and we're going to see again as Josh Polino lines it up again for us, but we can see that it's really hard to tell. Garcia felt pretty animated that there was a deflection, enough so that Frank Labrisa said, let's take a look at it. And they're taking a long look at it just to make sure. Our crew today here, and it's been an excellent crew working the contest for us, and they hold on to the call, so no change made. And so it remains. So nothing doing with the call change, and we continue on. 1-0 Riverside. Wada to Garcia. Soft touch, he found the hole. 1-1. Wada serving, and that's an ace. 2-1 Dons. The first team to 15, still even in game 5. You must win by 2. Dittman at the net. Wada, the set for Garcia, attack, kill. 3-1 Dons. Well, USF trying to come out of that 2-0 hole to win this match. And off to a good start in game 5. Another Wada serve. Attack, kill. Ushakova, 3-2 Dons. Arujo. Now Garcia attack, dug out by Eaton, and then blocked by Wagstaff at the net. She denies Ashley Dittman. 4-2 Dons. Back to serve Garcia. Nice serve by Garcia. At the net, Scarlett. Now Klein sets up Dittman. Wonderful dig by Wada. Garcia softly across. Now it's a setup to Dittman. And a nice dig, but then a putback slam down there by Scarlett. 4-3 Dons. Remember, midway through this set, the two teams will exchange sides. We're in the 5th final deciding set of the day. Dons play again later this evening. They'll be a bit taxed, one would think. Zinger attack, kill. 5-3 Dons. Zinger out, Ashman in. Serving Dallavecchia. Zinger remains in. It was Wagstaff that left. It's Ashman, Zinger, Gambino, Wada, Garcia, Dallavecchia, the 6 for USF. Dallavecchia ahead to Wada. Gambino attack, sent back by the Highlanders. Now Zinger on the attack. Nice dig, Klein. Dittman. Across to Garcia, long point here. Ashman, a quick send over. Kept alive, Ashman again, attack and kill. 6-3 Dons. Timeout, Riverside. Yeah, trying to avoid letting this one slip away. The Dons let game 1 slip away. But after the Riverside Highlanders won game 1 and 2. Now they're watching the overall match slip out of their hands. Break in the action. We keep it here on the hilltop. Busy day of volleyball here inside the Sobrato Center. One of 4 matches on the day here at the USF Invitational. Earlier this morning, it was Purdue-Fort Wayne against Nevada, a win for the Wolfpack. Coming up at 4:30, Riverside against Nevada, so the Highlanders won't get much downtime. They will turn right around and play in about 90 minutes. And then the Dons come back at 7 o'clock to play Purdue-Fort Wayne. Purdue-Fort Wayne, the longest stretch of rest for the day. They played this morning. We're tied 2-2 into game 5. Van Landingham with Dittman, Klein, Fresenius, Eaton, and Scarlett for the Highlanders. Dittman on the attack. Garcia keeps it alive. And over to Riverside. Here's Van Landingham, attack, kill. Zinger was there, but she sent it out of bounds. and out of the field of play, if you will. 6-4 Dons. In to serve for the Highlanders is Renata Bath. Dons poised and ready. Garcia, Wada the set, Gambino attack. Save made. And across to Dallavecchia, again Wada the set. And Gambino attack, kill. Point USF. To'o in to serve for USF. Well, when the Dons get to their 8th point, if they reach 8 before Riverside, we'll see the two teams exchange sides here inside the Sobrato Center. Fresenius on the attack, long. And it's 8-4 Dons, and we do the side exchange. So we'll see that happen very quickly here on the hilltop. And the Dons trying to come from behind to win. Well, this would be a nice victory for this Frank Lavrisha coach team, in the sense that they are showing a little bit of mettle here today and the ability to come from behind. Now, this 5th game is far from over, but trailing 2-0, this USF team today showed no quit. To'o to serve. Eaton, the dig, Klein, the set to Van Landingham on the attack, kill. 8-5. Here's Eaton now to serve for Riverside. Riverside a year ago, 9-19. This year, 2-1. Dons off to a 1-2 start. This is a USF team that has gone through a couple of long years in the rebuilding process. They've shown life at points, promise. Is this the year that they crest above that 500 plateau? Gambino on the attack. Now Van Landingham attacking and a kill. 8-6, and Riverside's not going away. Dallavecchia dig, Wada sets up Gambino, attack, put back to the USF side. Now another attack, Klein there. Here's Van Landingham, and it's a kill. And it's suddenly 8-7, so the Highlanders tighten it right up. It was 8-4, now 8-7. Frank Lavrisha has 2 timeouts. Dallavecchia the dig. Gambino attack and kill. 9-7 Dons, a big point won by USF. Side out to USF. Serving for the Dons is Arujo. Nice serve. Klein to Fresenius, attack, kill. Nine, 8 Dons. It's a race to 15 points. Must win by a pair. 5th and final set of this match. First action of the day for Ayanna Kimbrough, a freshman from Palmdale for the Highlanders. 6'2". She joins the front line. Boy, put in a pressure cooker situation, entering in game 5, 9-8 Dons. Remember, the Highlanders turn right around And they play in an hour and 20 minutes. Serve on the way, nice dig, Ashman. Garcia attack, kill. 10-8 Dons. Wagstaff on for USF with Fujitani. Fujitani, a junior from Hawaii. One of 3 USF players on the roster from the state of Hawaii. Here comes Fresenius, attack, kill. 10-9 Dons. Back to serve is Fresenius. Fresenius has played very well today. There's been a pretty good fan contingent here to cheer on Riverside. We want to welcome those of you watching down in that region who've joined our broadcast. Serve long, an error, 11-9 Dons. Zinger in, back to serve Wada. Dons hoping to even up their overall record at 2-2. Klein at the net, Dittman attack, dig Arujo. A set to Zinger attack, nicely done by Eaton. Fresenius, and she mishit it. And check it, not Fresenius, that was Dittman on the misfire. But Dittman got a little airborne too early off balance, and now 12-9. And now another timeout taken by Riverside. Break in the action, game 5. Don't go away, folks. It's a good one on the W.TV. Well, here we go, folks. 12-9 Dons. Again, it's the first team to 15 points. So USF inching closer. No more timeouts for head coach Michelle Patton-Coleman. Frank Lavrisha has not used a timeout here so far in game 5. Serving is Wada. Dig Eaton. Klein at the net. The set to Ushakova, it rides along the net, point Dons. Well, the up ref took a while to give us the indication. We held on. 13-9 USF. In is Osuju. Osuju has not played much really since the first game. Wada serving. Klein, the set to Osuju. It's a block from Wagstaff, and USF is at match point. 14-9 Dons. USF trying to finish off a come-from-behind win here today. Wada to serve. Eaton to dig. Klein. Oshakova, the attack and kill. Ushakova. And it's 14-10. Don still match point. Ushakova serving. It's delivered to Arujo. Wada sets up Garcia. Attack. And kill Wagstaff. Finishes off the match, but wait, they have called a net violation. Wagstaff leaned into the net. So it's now 14-11. That point has not been put on the board here on the hilltop. It's on our monitor. Now the scoreboard reflects it. So, boy, I thought for a moment this match was over. But life for Riverside. That serve goes long. And this match is over. And the USF Dons have come all the way from behind to win in 5 sets. A thriller from inside the Sobrato Center. Now we're told, since we're back tonight, that we will not have a post-game sit-down with Frank Lavricia. But join us later tonight at 7, because when we have our pregame, we'll have a chance then to sit down with Frank Lavricia, and we'll talk about this match for sure. An exciting one for the USF Dons. Our director today has been Wu Win. Our technical switcher, Alex Flores. On replay, Josh Polino. On camera, Micah Datu and Ryan Alverson. As we thank our broadcast crew. We'll get final numbers your way in a moment. The Dons improved their overall record to 2-2, and Riverside sees its overall record also drop to 2-2. Dons take on Purdue Fort Wayne, the Mastodons, tonight at 7 p.m. right back here from inside the Sobrato Center. And for Riverside, they turn right around and play in an hour and 15 minutes. So not a lot of leg relax time for the Highlanders. So the Dons pick up the win. And we hope to see you back out here tomorrow night. You can get tickets right now. Dial up this number, 415-422-2USF for the Dons and the Mastodons. Should be a fun night of mascots, to say the least, from inside the Sobrato Center. We're still waiting on the final box here on the hilltop, and as soon as that comes our way, we'll pass along those numbers for you, and then we'll get you set up for our broadcast tonight. And we'll put a final capper on the Dons going to 2-2. And again, we're just waiting on the final statistics here from inside the Sobrato Center. The Dons win the 5th set 15-10. The way it laid out here today, Riverside won the opener 32-30. They took game 2 25-21. The Dons came back and won games 3 and 4. They won game 3 25-20, and then game 4 25-23. And then the 5th and final game goes to USF by a count of 15-10. And so that's how it winds down from inside the Sobrato Center. And again, we're just waiting on the final numbers so we can pass them your way. And then we'll, because we want to give you all the kill leaders and all those other pertinent statistics. And again, we'll maybe see if we can see somebody. Now here comes Mark now, and see if we can get those final stats. And now they come our direction as the Dons even up their record at 2 wins and 2 losses. So the final attack percentage for the day, USF finishes at just under 39% at 29.6%. By the way, it was 15-11 in game 5, not 15-10, so I apologize. That score should be changed on our screen. It's 15-11 in game 5. So again, the attack percentage for USF 29.5%. For Riverside, it was 24%. Offensively, USF led by Katia Garcia with 26 kills, 12 kills each for Ashman and Cambindo. For the visiting Highlanders, a great day for Fresenius, who had 20 kills. Also in double digits, Dittman 14 kills. Ushakova 13 kills, and Van Landingham added a dozen. Playmakers, 44 assists today for Morgan Klein for Riverside, 45 assists for Aliwata. Defensively, Dallavecchio with 16 digs. Katia Garcia had 20 digs. And on the Highlanders side, Eaton with 15 digs, and Fresenius had 14. Both teams go to 2-2, and we'll see you tonight, 7 p.m. right here on the Hilltop. Dons win it in 5 sets for our entire broadcast crew. Pat Olson saying thanks for watching and so long from the Hilltop on the W.TV.